She clasped her hands to the side of the boat, tucking her head into her chest to keep it from the wind. Her head rolled just above her faded orange life jacket, jostling violently in the storm. Smattered in dirt and mackerel scales, it glittered beneath the swinging lantern on the bow. Dad sat hunched at the back of the boat, one hand steering the engine, the other firmly clasped to his knee. He stared straight ahead, refusing to meet her gaze. The boat rose, another rolling black wave rising to fight. She pressed her numb hands hard against the boat, preparing herself for the hit. Whoosh. The sea smacked against them, thrusting her into the air like a wet doll. Clawing through the mist, she clung for the sides, bracing herself. Her legs slapped back to the floor, rubber wellies squeaking against the ground as she tried to steady herself. She bent her body down again, ready for the next one. They were running out of time. Clouds had begun to suffocate the last of the day's light. Fighting against the current, the engine's thunderous gurgle howled from beneath the boat. Dad wrenched the neck of the handle, begging the boat to plunge back into the rising waves, yearning to bring them home. The engine howled again, this time its roar choking into a chilling silence. Beth swung around and stared at the engine, grey smoke rising from its top. Dad sat above it, his head hung low, his expression complete and utterly blank. Shame flooded her body. She'd done this. She'd brought them here. She'd done what she'd always done and disobeyed, and now they were here, and there was nothing she could do. The boat began to relinquish itself to the ocean's sway, cradling Dad and Beth towards the blackening sky. The shriek of the wind had now been replaced by the lapping sounds of the ocean, punctuated by the steady creak of the lantern's hinge. Beth sat in total silence, praying she could neither be seen nor heard. The lantern's pendulum began to slow, swinging like a searchlight through the blackness. Flashes of silver bait, rusted hooks, a lifebuoy matted in seaweed, darkness. Dad's figure sat motionless at the bottom of the boat, Beth unable to distinguish in the darkness whether he faced her or the sea. His shoulders slowly heaved up and down. He was probably too angry to look at her now. Of course he would be. The lantern swung again, illuminating a Tupperware box, a discarded petrol can, the base of the engine. He told her not to go. He told her to stay home, that it wasn't real, that she was a fool for trying. And he'd been right. He'd been right all along, and now they were dead or going to be, and it was all her fault. The light swung again. A fishing rod snapped in two, a rusted penny, a flicker of white. She froze. It swung again. An oar, drenched newspaper, a plastic barrel. The petrol can rolled along the floorboards. Beth suspended her breathing, her eyes wide in the blackness. It couldn't be. It wasn't real. A rod, some hooks, Tupperware, mangled netting, darkness. Dad's jacket with the buttons Mum sewed on. A blank, empty expression pinned by two white eyes. Darkness. That wasn't Dad at the end of the boat.